Hello. I'm just going to share this video, so just got to wait till it starts. There we go. All right, just going to share it on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Women Creating Healthy Lives. So if you're a woman over 40 and you want to join in and see, it's a fantastic group of women who are in midlife and, of course, dealing with some of the things that come with midlife, whether it's the weight gain, the symptoms of the perimenopause, menopause, things fluctuating and all of that. I do a lot more discussion, recipes, meal ideas, videos like this and things about that specifically. And of course, there's so much women who are going through the same thing. So today we are talking about carbs, fruit, etc. Should you give up fruit without sugar? Are carbs bad? How to lose the weight? What works? Anyways, big topic here. Okay. Yeah, this is a very big topic. I had some questions come up on my feed in the Women Creating Healthy Lives Facebook group, and so there's a lot of confusion, of course. Who has joined? Mary, hello. I'm just going to go back to that page so I can see what kind of the discussion was and kind of the questions. And so, because I was just on a call. I was on a call with two ladies tonight about, right, this phase of life and helping them move through it and stuff. So that's what I have been doing. And oh my God, the confusion out there is pretty crazy. I mean, I get it. It's really overwhelming. And now it doesn't mean I know everything, that's for sure, but I've worked with so many women around this phase of their life, right? So that makes a big difference too. You can talk about what to do or what to lose weight in your 20s, 30s, and even early 40s, but it's definitely different when you've hit midlife. I'm just trying to find those comments, what those women asked. So is fruit bad? Do you need to get rid of like lots of carbs and eat really high protein and on and on and on? I cannot find those comments, funny enough. The thing is that it depends for every person. It really does. Okay, now there's Liz Forrest, who's in a lot of people know her. She's in my Facebook community too. Liz is high raw, and she is about 50 years old now, and she's been high raw for 10 years. She's been raw for 10 years. She eats a heck of a lot of fruit. Is Liz fat or overweight? Absolutely not. She's completely healthy. She's glowing. She feels fantastic, right? There you go. When I was high raw, though, and I'm not talking about you have to be raw. I'm just using explanation. I'm just sharing information. When I was high raw, I tried to go higher fruit. It did not work for me. I didn't feel good. I felt bloated. I felt tired. I didn't feel good physically at all. So high fruit does not work for me. What works for me really well is vegetables and greens, right? Now, would a high raw veggie and green and stuff diet work for everybody? No, because there's some people who need higher protein, right? Which doesn't need to be meat. It can be plant protein. And some people, so some women would gain, before I hit perimenopause, I could eat a lot of rice, carbs, and starch, like starchy carbs, and I'd be fine. But when I hit midlife, those things, so what happens when you hit midlife, for some reason, it's the way you process the carbohydrates, the simple carbohydrates, they tend to go right to fat, right? And so that's what happened to me too. All of a sudden, what I used to be able to eat wasn't working for me anymore. I got acid reflux. I started gaining weight. I felt bloated. I felt completely horrible. I felt tired. It was just, whoa, a big change for me. So there's a few things going on. Being in perimenopause or midlife, your body's changing. So what you used to be able to process or deal with in foods is different now in most cases. Will that stay like that forever? No, not necessarily, because now I've been over it for about 4 or 5 years. I started really young. I'm 53. I've been over it since about 48. I can now eat probably, like I have sensitivities to preservatives and gluten, but I can eat starches now. I can eat beans if I wanted and I wouldn't gain weight. I can eat more potatoes now and I wouldn't gain weight. You see what I mean? Like, things have regulated for me, so I'm okay. But that's also because I took really good care of myself during perimenopause. That's also during perimenopause, I let go of foods that didn't make me feel good, right? And I consumed a lot more healthier foods for me that worked for me. Like I said, everybody's different. My friend Liz can consume really high raw and real tons and tons of fruit and fruit sugars and dates and raw chocolates, and she's fine that way. I cannot do that. But also, of course, there's like the doctors and the videos online who show that to lose fat, you have to be like no sugar, no whatever, for the body to completely release it. And so, of course, we got to look at that too, right? You got to look at, okay, but you do hear completely different versions of that. So you may hear conflicting information that is so opposite, yet by a very strong doctor, well-revered person, and someone else over here. So two people with kind of the same credentials, the same fame, the same whatever, could say two completely different things, right? So I listen to all of that, and I kind of take it in, and I go, okay, what makes sense to me? Because usually extremes, one way or the other, are too extreme. No one really lives like that for any length of time. Just like a very high raw diet. Not very many people continue a very raw high diet for years and years and years. It is often done to clear or heal or to process things throughout our body, right? So that our body can heal things. And if it works well for us, it works. But then eventually most people, I'm not saying everybody, tends to need more of certain things, whether it's more of the carb, like the cooked carbs or more things like that, or more calories in one area, or somebody feels all of a sudden they're protein deficient and they need to really focus on consuming more protein, which could be more plant protein or cooking their foods to be able to eat way more of those certain foods. So everybody's different, right? And that's a thing to understand. So it's good to gather knowledge from here and there. It really is. But you need to then sit back, use some common sense, think about things, and try things. So I tried a lot of various things throughout the years. I didn't just right away found what worked for me. I just kept trying and trying. And back then, I don't even know if there was YouTube. I think there might have been, but there certainly wasn't Facebook when I was going through this. So I went to books, and I read and read and read and read. I had no one to talk to. I just read, and then I just tried things. But I also paid attention to how I felt. So if you are somebody who is at the stage where you cannot lose the weight, it's not just about the fruit, you guys. There is so many things going on. You've got hormonal imbalances going on. You've got maybe adrenal fatigue. If your adrenal glands are not working properly, you're not going to lose the weight at all. You're going to gain weight. If you've got a lot of stress in your life, which can cause adrenal fatigue, stress, you will not release weight when you're under stress, and you will probably continue to gain weight when you're under stress. So I don't care if you're eating sugar or not eating sugar. If you have high stress in your life, you're not going to lose the weight, most likely. So you see what I mean? If you're not getting enough minerals, that is in the vitamins and minerals and the minerals and trace minerals that are in good, healthy vegetables and greens and certain grains, right? And even certain nuts and seeds and stuff. If you are not getting enough of minerals, you will not be, your hormones will not be fed properly. So that's going to continue to affect the hormonal balance, right? If you're not getting enough essential fatty acids or not getting enough good fats, it'll affect your brain function. It'll affect your moods. It'll affect your depression, whether you feel depressed or not. It'll affect so many things. You can't metabolize fat properly. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. It's not just one thing. And I think what we want to do is when there's so much to think of, there's so many things to take into consideration, it gets overwhelming for sure. And what we do is we tend to want to focus on something, one thing, because it simplifies it for us. And so if we go, okay, I just need to get rid of the fruit, and then I'll lose the weight. You can try that. Go for it, you guys. Absolutely, it's a part of it for even balancing your hormones. Really is. It's actually to do with your cortisol and your adrenal glands. and resetting that. Get rid of fruit for a while. All sugars. And see how you do. It doesn't mean you have to live that way forever. It just means you need to do that to help reset things, right? And then it could be candida. If you have candida running through your system because of all the sugar, the bad habits you've had, you know, the wheat and stuff that you've eaten, you need to get on like a candida cleanse or something to get rid of that and have no sugar for a while. So I absolutely agree that sometimes you need to get rid of the fruit and you need to get rid of all sugars and you need to cleanse and clean your body. Yes. But that's not something you need to do forever, unless it's a choice of yours. So it's not that fruit is bad for you or fruit's causing you to gain weight. No. Fruit may cause candida in the body or cause, you know, you to produce too much insulin and all this. Insulin, deal with the whole insulin balance of your body. But we're talking whatever's going on inside your body. So giving up fruit for a while may help to reset and rebalance things. So yes, absolutely. But it is not as simple as saying, do I need to just eat no fruit and more protein? It's not just that simple. That's kind of what I wanted to say. Hi, Jolene. Hey, Deb. Where are those girls on my Facebook group that were supposed to be watching this video because I'm doing it for them? And now I don't see them on here. But yeah, so the discussion was really about the fruit and carbohydrates. And I had someone on my YouTube video, so funny, just, you know, slam me and stuff. In a way, didn't agree with what I was saying especially about carbohydrates. And saying that people eat way too many carbohydrates. Well, people eat way too many simple carbohydrates, yeah, but do people eat too many vegetables and greens? Probably not. She still said we still need to very greatly limit all carbohydrates, which, no. Anyways, that's where we get our nutrients from the vegetables and the greens. I'm not telling you to give up healthy fats. I'm not telling you have to give up your meat or protein or whatever you like to eat. No, I'm just saying we really need to look at what the nutrients are in the food that you're eating. And we get a lot of our good healthy nutrients that really feed and fuel our cells from the vegetables and from the leafy greens. And then is fruit bad? No. Fruit's not bad, but maybe at this phase of your life, you need to give up or let go of some of the fruit for a little while. But fruit is not the cause of you holding on to your weight, especially if you're in midlife. It could be a contributing factor, but it's not the bad guy all the time. Hi, Darcy. Because there are people who are living really high raw lives and eating lots of fruit, and they're completely healthy, vibrant, and they are not fat. Let me tell you that right now. So if you want a simple solution to weight loss, there isn't one. And it's a lot about balancing your blood sugar levels and low battery crap, and your hormone levels and your stress. Right? So if anybody needs extra help with this and you like the way I work and the way I talk, because I really do work specifically with the person. I'm not an extremist. I'm not an extremist. And we really got to figure out what works for you as an individual. Then I'm here to help you. And you can just message me on Facebook, Diana Marchand, or contact me through my website, dianamarchand.com. And also feel free to come and join our Facebook community, Women Creating Healthy Lives. And if you want another video on any other topic that I've talked about or anything else, post a comment below and I will do my best. Help you in any way I can. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.